Hey you, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ladessa. You spell that L-A-D-E-S-S-A. L to the D to the L to the D to the L to the D to the Ladessa. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. And you read the description, and this is what? The 3,010th video you've seen on this foundation, but you haven't seen it from me, so there you go. The JUVIA'S Place I Am Magic foundation and concealer. I ordered the day before it originally was supposed to go live, and the shade match or shade finder wasn't up at that time, so I ordered Kampala and I ordered Burkina. This is the first brand where I have been able to shade match two different shades. Usually one is just a little too or not much of if I don't find a perfect match. So just to give you a little background, I have worn this foundation twice already. Once because I wanted to just see how it wore. And I've developed a little new priming routine where I mattify right in my smile lines and in my nose really heavy, because that's where I crease even before I crease in my eyes and I have natural creases. So I matte really tough in there, in this area right here, and I should not have done that. And the reason that I thought I could do it is because the description says that it has a velvety matte finish. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, velvety mattes, makeup forever. Not the same consistency. So then the second time I wore it, I used more of a hydrating base because I have normal to dry skin. And that worked out really well. The only thing that I've discovered for my skin is I don't really need to set with powder except underneath my eye. And I do like the fact that the concealer and the foundation work really well together because the foundation is more on the matte side, not like suck you dry matte, but it is more of a matte finish, and then the concealer is really creamy. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch. I'm going to swatch Kampala on this side, and then I'm going to swatch Burkina on this side, and I'm actually just going to do, you know, my whole face using both shades, and you'll see that not too bad. All right, so this is Kampala. And like everyone has said, a little goes a long way. And it was like pulling teeth, just a little side note. It was like pulling teeth to do this review today because my skin, I gave myself a little peel and I'm looking like new money around the face. Now, I actually don't really want to put anything on it. I want to kind of give a fresh face today, but I needed to get my review in. All right, so this is Kampala. All right, so that's Kampala, and this is, ooh, shoot, Burkina. And I have not primed my face. Oh my God. All right, that's okay. That's okay. And I don't have a napkin. Okay, so I was just like enjoying the glow of my skin. I forgot there's a routine to this. There's a method to this madness. All right, so I actually need to moisturize. So we're going to just kind of figure out how to move around these swatches. All right, and I'm moisturizing with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. All right, and then the priming combo that I'm going to use is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer I put just a little bit of that much. And then my favorite blurring primer is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty. And just put that right in here where I am porous. All right, so I'm going to do one side. I'm going to do the Burkina side, which is this side, with a brush. And then I'll do the other side, which is Kampala, with a beauty sponge. Now you'll see that Burkina is a little warmer. But once I do once I do the concealer and everything, it all just kind of comes together. And right here is where I have my hyperpigmentation around my mouth. And this is nice and full for coverage. Look at that. Yes. Yes. All right. So then now we're going to do the Kampala side with a, oops, Habit sponge. Underneath. And can you really tell the difference? I don't. Okay. And since I used the butt of this beauty sponge, I'm going to use the tip to do the concealer. But do you see a difference? Burkina, Kampala. Yes. All right. So I actually really, really like this concealer. Nothing I think can take the place of my ColourPop, but this is actually a really great concealer. And it has the standard doe foot applicator, and you get a lot in this tube. And this is 12. I use 12. All right. So all right, so I'm going to go back to my favorites and my original purchase from Juvia's Place, and that's the Nubian palette. I think this is just a perfect everyday just go-to palette. And now that we have given Juvia's Place just a little bit more coin, can we please get a mirror? You know what I just noticed? I did my makeup the YouTube way. So I've just started, you know, applying my concealer underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and up here, just to kind of give that little, you know, bright highlighted look. And I'm doing something for the first time. I put my face on before I put on my eyeshadow. So let's go ahead and set underneath the eye. And let's see if I don't make a mess. I'm really excited about it. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to use the tip since I split my face between the two colors. All right. So I'm going to take this color right here and this color. So these two right here. Are you seeing that? These two right here. All right, and I'm going to use the same brush. All right, so I'm going to finish up my eyes and put on some lips and then come back with my overall final thoughts, even though I've been kind of giving you my thoughts throughout the video. All right, guys, so this is the final look. I know that I mentioned during the video that I was going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter, but I wanted to try it with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, just because this also kind of gives me that smoothed out velvet kind of matte finish when I use my other kind of mattifying foundations. So, but those are all liquid, and this is more creamy than it is liquidy. All right, so we're going to see, and I'll do a check-in. So it is, it's 11:59. All right. Yeah, but that looks good for two different shades, two different undertones. Well, the undertones are the same, but they're still slightly different. All right, so I'm going to go about my day, and I'll see you later. All right, so here I am on the check-in. It is 8:22, and yeah, I am magic. Full disclosure, I know I said that I wasn't going to set the areas that I concealed only underneath my eye, but if you notice in the clip before this clip, I was still very shiny right in here, in my nose. Every place that I placed the concealer, I was really shiny, but because I was still super shiny in those areas, I did add powder, like I said, because I had also done that peel and I had like a, you know, a little glow from within. But I really do like this foundation. I'm in total agreement with all of the other reviews that you've probably seen. It does have a skin-like or your skin but better finish once you apply it. It works with a brush or a sponge. I mean, they've done the damn thing with this foundation. I really, really like the concealer. I don't think I'll ever get away from ColourPop being my all-time favorite. But this is a really great concealer, and the fact that it works and blends so perfectly with this matte foundation is something to be said about what they were doing in the lab and the time that it took for this these face products, or what else do they call them? I guess they just call them face products, for them to make this release. Again, the simple fact that there are 2 shades in these 42 shades that are perfect matches, like, that's a first for me. And I'm only, you know, full on leaving the MAC world maybe about a year and a half. So, and I've struggled with trying to find what is the perfect match, you know, learning undertones and all of that. There's something to be said about that. So again, 2 thumbs up to Juvia's Place. And yeah, I think that's about it. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. As usual, always remember to pack light, because bag lady, bag man, you and me too, we are going to hurt our backs dragging on them bags like that. Go forth with your I Am Magic self and slay. I will see you on the next one. Bye.